Once again, more Xbox news, right? But this time it's coming from the Xbox community. And one thing I have to say is that I don't think they pay attention to things too much.
And you don't either.
But this doesn't surprise me by the way I see comments come on my page sometimes, and the way I see they fall for the same thing over and over again because they're not
just like you, AGM,
paying attention, right?
You never paid attention.
You know how Microsoft added the feedback portal where you could kind of like post things, right? And the most number one thing was exclusives recently, right?
And guess what Microsoft did? They brought back some exclusives. So you go as far to say that the feedback's not working, but yet we have one occasion where it did.
Well, here's what's next, and it's actually blowing up. It's Xbox players putting a petition for free online multiplayer access.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming with the Helix. See, that's what you guys don't realize. Because Microsoft said, oh, snap, these people are just paying for Game Pass. It doesn't even really matter. That's why when I told you guys, when they changed the name from Xbox Live Gold to Xbox Game Pass, I already knew what they was doing. Games to win another W. Because they know people are just paying for the Game Pass anyway. Right? Most people ain't even really paying to play most of these free-to-play games online. Microsoft is trying to shift based off what the market is doing right now. Now, you have to ask yourself, who in their right mind will pay for PlayStation Plus when you barely even get access to day-and-date games as well as third-party titles, when you could all get that on Xbox? So you guys don't see the writing on the room, but yet you say that these people don't see anything. But unfortunately, you're the one that don't see it. Because you have that much hatred towards Xbox to the point where you're that much of a PlayStation fanboy, you can't see anything.
Okay, so before
it must be the beanie.
This, I want you to think about something. Did you not just hear what Satya said yesterday?
Like, is the beanie covering your eyes? Like, I really don't know what's going on here, man.
Done subsidizing. It's like, yes.
Yeah, we know that. Subsidizing hardware. PlayStation and Nintendo, as well as Xbox, are done subsidizing hardware. I think a lot of people are fully aware of that. I don't think it took this long for you to say, oh, you know, they're not subsidizing the hardware. That has nothing to do with the Game Pass Ultimate. And you tell people that they don't be paying attention.
So if somebody told me they're done subsidizing, and then I start begging them to drop the online paywall...
Oh, they don't even have to beg. It's going to happen. There's really no point for this petition. Unlike the one you guys have for Gears E-Day. Port begging for games. Ain't that the excuse that you guys used to use for PC gamers back in the days? When you guys would tell them, oh, buy a PlayStation, and now you guys are the one out here port begging for Gears E-Day. Oh, how the times have changed.
What am I really doing? Do you really think they're looking for another way to lose money?
How are they going to lose money? People already subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate solely for the games. As long as games keep coming to the service, well, there you go. That's more money going to Microsoft. If anything, it's going to make their platform more appealing than what you're getting on PlayStation. If anything, you guys should be petitioning for free online, since you guys had it with the PS2 and PS3.
Because this is what Xbox fanboys are doing. Just like when you're begging for exclusives.
So Microsoft doesn't have a right. So hold on. So the people of Xbox. Hold on. What? So the people of Xbox can't demand more by saying, hey, we want exclusives back. I mean, I personally don't care. And we want free online multiplayer. Ain't this what a gamer's supposed to do? Ain't this what a gamer's supposed to do? You guys should be doing the same thing, as far as I'm concerned. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is what we're doing? Really?
What it's going to do is lose you money.
Now, how is it going to lose money if most gamers are just subscribed solely for the games? What are you talking about? You sound stupid. Microsoft is not selling you a service where it's still tethered to it, but I told you guys, as time goes on, that's going to be removed. That's why they're doing this hybrid between PC and Xbox. You big dummy.
Look at Gears costing $400 million.
And you know what else costs $400 million? Concord. You know what also costs $400 million? Marathon. What happened to Blue Point Studios? What happened to Destruction All-Stars? What happened to all the 11 games that Sony was working on that got all canceled? What about that? I know those games had some pretty big budgets. Matter of fact, Sony funded Last of Us multiplayer so much that the game was practically done, and they still canceled it. I think that was about $400 million there as well. What are we doing, bro? Oh, Gears E-Day's gonna fail? What are you talking about? The game already succeeded before it even came out. Do the mathematics. $35 million Game Pass Ultimate members. That's not including sales and everything else that they do on PC, right? And then times that by $23 a month. Microsoft made close to $1 billion in 1 month. And you guys out here talking all this nonsense? This is why I keep telling you, you guys don't know what game it's at. Soros sold 300,000 at the price of $70. Do the mathematics on that. The budget was $77 million and the game only pulled up 22. So they could even break even with that game. You feel me? You guys don't know nothing about video gaming. You guys are still stuck in the 80s. You're still stuck in the 90s. And this is why Microsoft told you themselves that selling games does not matter. As long as people buy in some form of Xbox, let it be through games, DLC, whatever the case, 30% off that, then Microsoft is good. The reason why PlayStation 5 is successful is not because of exclusive games, but it's because of PlayStation Plus. You big dummy.
And now you want it to be exclusive. You want all these other games to be exclusive. Why would you want that? Your install base is mediocre for a console.
Oh, really? So explain why Soros is selling that 300,000. Explain how Marathon is selling bad, even though the game's multi-platform. You guys want to keep talking about how Xbox gamers don't buy games, but they don't need to. They don't have to. But they definitely subscribe to something that has something to do with Xbox, and that's Game Pass Ultimate. And that's something that you guys can't use as an argument. Y'all say it's not profitable, yet Microsoft keeps putting bigger and bigger games on the service. So which one is it?
Your mindset is mediocre for exclusives because you don't buy and support games. Oh?
You know, it's so funny, man. If you go look at the sales for a lot of these PlayStation exclusives, you'll realize that a lot of these games ain't really selling that well. I think the best one y'all had was Marvel Spider-Man 2, and you guys obviously inflated those bundles, inflated those copies of sales through bundles. That's what Sony's been doing. You want to talk about how pathetic Sony can't even depend on selling their own games anymore, that they gotta bundle the game with the console sale and count it as a sale of a game. You guys are stupid.
Oh, nobody come in. Oh, I buy a game. You do, but you want to look at the real stats? Worldwide? Like,
yeah. Let's look at the real stats. How about you? Matter of fact, since you want to lead by example, show us the stats for Soros. Show us that. Show us how it's done, Pony. You ain't even showing how it's done with your own games. Death Stranding's like, what, 1.2 million sales? With an install base of over 90 million alleged console PS5 users? And you guys out here talking this garbage? Shut the hell up.
It's like, no, on an average, Xbox gamers do not buy games. You go on Game Pass.
We don't need to. There you go. They're buying something that Microsoft made. There you go. Doesn't matter.
All you can eat buffet. Everybody knows it.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having access? So now we're upset that Microsoft is giving us day-and-day games? What are you talking about? Bro, you could even get $20 of day-and-day first-party games at Blockbuster. I don't think you people realize this. Oh, but it was okay to rent a game for $3 to $4 with late fees. Microsoft says we give you $23 of access to 500 plus games, day-and-date games, and we out here coping for this? Are we sitting there saying this is a bad thing? Well, we had stuff like GameFly when you was out here renting 2 discs for $20-something a month. And Xbox, you're getting over 500 games? Bruh. If anything, Game Pass is too much of a goddamn deal, if you ask me.
All you can eat buffet is not the best way to grow in the world. They don't make the most money. Buffets are cheap places. It ain't like
that's a terrible analogy.
No luxurious rich steakhouse that's you know what I mean, or some of the most profitable places in the world. It's not going to be an all-you-can-eat buffet. Just an example. So the gaming industry is not an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's just something that Microsoft wanted to try, and Sony has a hybrid system that actually works. Nintendo has a
No, they don't. If it worked, then why is Soros failing? You got to explain that. Before we can move on to any point about Xbox, you need to explain to us why Soros is failing right now. Intergalactic is probably more likely about to have a budget very similar or even higher than what Gears E-Day is. And y'all say that game is saved on the PlayStation. So let's keep that same energy. Just like y'all said Gears E-Day needs 10 million sales. Well, I guess Intergalactic, when that comes out, is going to need 10 million sales. Right? You guys don't want to do that. That game will flop and fail. And then you're going to say, it's Xbox fault. Xbox gamers don't buy games. But y'all don't buy games either. That's the point that I'm making. I know Xbox gamers don't buy games, but y'all don't buy them either. That's why Soros is looking sorry.
System that works for ain't putting a single game on there. And they're the ones in the highest positions. You see what I'm saying? Steam does nothing like that.
Are you serious? Steam does nothing?
Think about it. It's just something to think about, right? So
Steam does nothing. Are you serious? Capcom has reported that they make more money off Steam than they do in all the consoles together. And we're saying that Steam is nothing. See, this is a PlayStation fanboy. Okay? You're a PlayStation fanboy because you say stupid stuff and then you get mad. Go ahead, make another video about the comment section like you always do because they out here flaming you. Gamester with another W. Bro, what is wrong with you? And then you get mad as to why people call you Dreamcast Guy 2 with the beanie. One got a hat, this one's got a beanie. I don't know how far that beanie's been going across your eyes when you sleeping, bro. But maybe you need to lift it up so you can actually see as to what's going on in the gaming community. Because I don't understand how this man talking about how other people can't see what's happening, but yet you are doing the same thing that you are complaining that other people are doing.
We're begging Microsoft for free online, but Microsoft is saying they want to monetize you. And they're done subsidizing. Doesn't make any sense.
Y'all should be demanding for free online multiplayer. Didn't y'all have it with the PS2 and PS3? So Xbox gamers get vilified for actually wanting something that would actually be beneficial for the platform instead of a pony just accepting everything that's going on. So hold on, who's the real gamer here? It seems like Xbox gamers want more. It seems like they want more. They're not out here port begging. They're like, no, we want free online multiplayer, Microsoft. Let's go. And that is the plan. You guys just gonna have to wait until the Helix come out. That is the plan, though. That is what Microsoft is pursuing with the Xbox PC Helix, right? That's what Microsoft's aiming for, right? You ponies, on the other hand, you guys are out here acting like as if it's okay. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys care more about the hardware sales and the finances. These people care about something that actually is beneficial to them for their overall gaming experience. You see the difference? Call them an Xbox fanboy all you want, but what they're advocating is for real gamers, while you are out here advocating for PlayStation's pockets. And guess what? PlayStation don't care about you because they ain't even dropping games for you. They're out here dropping remasters and remakes, and y'all sitting there taking it from the backside like a good little donkey.
The petition, third on Xbox's player voice portal, launched in May 2026. Calls for free multiplayer across all consoles without needing Game Pass Core or Ultimate subscriptions. Fans argue they've paid for hardware in games, pointing to free PC multiplayer on Steam as proof it works, but that's PC.
Oh, here we go. And what is the Xbox is going to be? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. A PC. Don't you guys say the new Xbox is a PC? Oh, now all of a sudden it's a console. You hear this? You hear these excuses? 1 minute it's a console, 1 minute it's a PC. Which one is it? I know it's just a hybrid. Just like what the Switch 2 is. It's just a hybrid. It's a mixture between the two. But you guys keep saying, so now it's a console then. Now all of a sudden it's not a PC. You see, the ponies don't want to see the writing on the wall. That's all it is, guys. They just don't want to see that gaming is changing before their very own beanies on their head. That this is what gaming is aiming to be. Let's hear that again. Crazy.
Fans argue they've paid for hardware in games, pointing to free PC multiplayer on Steam as proof it works, but that's PC. See, the thing with PC is that...
And what is the new Xbox Helix called? Oh, that's right, the Xbox PC. You know what? Just...
not a gaming console. PC's a personal computer. Things are paid...
Didn't you say that the Helix is just a PC? Didn't y'all just say that? Oh, it's not even a console. They're not even competing here, Jimmy. It's just a PC. Now all of a sudden it's back to a console? That's how I know you Sony fanboys are coping. You're not consistent in the things that you say. I know me, I'm on record saying it's a hybrid between the two. That's what I'm telling you. So it makes sense why this petition exists.
For in a different way.
I'm done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, Dreamcast, all the Dreamcast. I can't wait till we get Dreamcast Guy 3. Take care.